What up? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix new series, Invisible City. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Netflix for granting me the screener to this new show. They've asked me to not spill spoilers, therefore this review is spoiler-free. I repeat, there are no spoilers in this video review. The way I would describe Invisible City is, it's kind of like Once Upon a Time meets Midnight Texas, but in Brazil. This is a show that lets you in on the Brazilian equivalence of Grimm's fairy tale, although there may be some obvious overlaps here and there, and that's totally fine. This is a dark fantasy psychological drama that's both spellbinding and elusive. It's magical, but in a puzzling, hypnotic kind of way, with fascinating, haunting imagery that you can't easily forget. The revelations may not unfold as promptly as you would like them to, but your curiosity will be the one that keeps you seated all the way through to the end. In Carlos Saldana's first live-action series, based on a story co-developed by screenwriters and best-selling authors Rafael Dracon and Carolina Munoz, in Invisible City, an environmental police officer uncovers a hidden world of mythological entities from Brazilian folklore when he finds a connection between the mysterious appearance of a dead river dolphin on a Rio de Janeiro beach and the death of his beloved wife. Starring Marco Pigossi, Alessandra Negrini, Julia Conrad, and Jessica Corres. Directed by Julia Pacheco Jordao and Luis Carone. If the name Carlos Saldana sounds familiar to you, it's because he's the Oscar-nominated Brazilian animator/filmmaker who gave you Ice Age movies and Rio movies. So they're not joking when they said that this is Carlos's first live-action project ever. He's the biggest name on the credits, so attaching himself to Invisible City as executive producer does somewhat increase the show's profile. But unlike those animated movies I mentioned earlier, Invisible City is not for kids. This show is very much adult-centric with nudity and strong language and disturbing thematic elements. Most definitely not targeted for Carlos Saldana's usual audiences. Each episode only runs about 40 minutes tops, and I would not necessarily call this a slow burn. The thing is, the story takes its time in making itself come into form. Each episode will treat you with suspenseful build-up and a little bit explanations, but it's always done gradually, and you can only chip away at it. But as I implied earlier, you're gonna stick around because you'll want to know how the characters are connected and what would be the consequences of them finding those out. When you think of Rio de Janeiro, you probably think of bikini girls on a sandy beach, or that Jesus Christ statue, or the place of the 2016 Olympics. It's always very inviting, very majestic, very seductive. Well, the Rio de Janeiro that you'll see on this show is suspicious and full of mysticism, and yet you can't look away. Obviously, all the actors on this show are new to me, but they all do a really good job at making you want to know more about their characters while keeping you guessing at the same time. Turns out Brazil does have environmental police. Now, whether or not the department functions the same exact way as this show portrays, I do not know. But that's the writer's way of getting Eric into colliding with this other world and these other folks. His investigation will take you, the audiences, down some wild and trippy rabbit hole. But that's part of the show's appeal. Invisible City can really mess with your head, but I think your patience will be rewarded, even if it won't be. It is still a mesmerizing show that's worth checking out at least once.